Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been tuning in and liking and enjoying my videos and sharing and commenting. It's very appreciated and I'm really grateful for all the help that I get, so thank you very much and welcome to all my new subscribers. Anyway, I've got a video here of a very late Tales of Aries review. However, it's also going to be some type of platinum tips and trophy tips, because it's a little bit of a misleading trophy platinum percentage. It's up at something stupid like 12.7% when I got it, or something crazy, and it's like, oh, it must be quite easy then. And it turns out not really. It's a bit of a grind. I think it took about 157 hours or something insane. Now, it's a little, as I said, it's a bit misleading. You do need literally 100% everything for the whole entire game, down to catching all the fish, to wielding 103 of the weapons, or creating and wielding. Wielding means you're actually holding one. Welding, maybe. You have to go to a stone welder person and he makes the weapons for you, providing you've got the right parts, which is again another pain in the backside because you have to go around collecting bits and pieces. But apart from that, the game itself is very, very good. It's enjoyable from beginning to end. The only bit that's a little bit, it's on purposely stunted for you to need to do the side missions. So there's a part of the game where it just hits and it's like, I'm not now of high enough level to do anything else other than some side missions, and even the narrative of the game, the narrator actually keeps saying to you, maybe we should do these side missions now, as opposed to, we don't have time for these side missions, which is what he was saying right up until that part. We can't stop and help everybody, he could say. Then it started to change and say, we should help all these people out now, which was like basically telling you, look, you're not at high enough level to do anything else. Do a load of the side missions to level up a little bit more and then continue the game. Which, fine, I figured that out when we were doing a load of the side missions, which is quite interesting really, because one of the trophies is for completing all of the side missions. Now, what's confusing with that is a bunch of the later side missions you can't really do until you finish the game either, which makes it a little bit more confusing, because it's like, right now I can't do any more side missions because I'm not high enough level, so I best carry on with the main game. So it kind of makes it split slightly, with the fact that you have a bunch of side missions you have to do to level up to continue the game on, and then you have a bunch of side missions to do after you've finished the game. But that's neither here nor there really, because if you go with the platinum run, which I would think, when you see the 12.7% platinum yield, you'd think, yes, okay, I can do that. It should be quite straightforward. And it is a bit misleading because you have to complete the game 100%. And that means absolutely everything in the whole entire game. Now, I didn't find the game grindy at all, which I know some people might do with a long JRPG like this. However, I didn't. The whole thing from beginning to end just felt magical, and I'd quite happily do it again, if that makes sense. It has such a great storyline, it has a great combat system, has a great skill tree, it has all these side quests which are really fun to do. The only gripe with some of the things were that I didn't like the fishing crap. I don't want to go fishing in the game. I don't understand why they want to put fishing into any form of RPG game, whether it be Japanese or Western or what. Why do we need to have fishing every single time? Even Red Dead Redemption 2's got fishing in it. What? Why? Why are we doing fishing? It's just, what? They all seem to pick fishing. Why can't it be archery? Or, some other thing like playing darts, or there's darts in Final Fantasy 7 Remake actually, isn't it? But it's always fishing. Always seems to be stupid fishing. And I don't get why. But regardless of that, trophy-wise, with the general trophy list is really quite straightforward. Once you understand what you need to do, it's pop, 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 pop for most of it. It just takes quite a chunk of time to do so. There is one trophy for living up to level 100, which you just saw me do there. And there is a certain sub-boss, it's like Kronos or whatever, and he's a timekeeper thing. And if you just repeat that boss about 6 or 7 times, you basically level up to 100 within a few, well, I think it takes about half an hour. Whereas if you try and level up to level 100, just literally, it's going to take forever. The New Game Plus mode is strange because it's based off doing certain things within the game, like finding certain artifacts. So even if you wanted to restart the game and just continue on, you can't carry things forward unless you've done certain artifacts from within the game. So that's very weird. It's not a regular New Game Plus mode basically, which is slightly peculiar, let's say that. But nonetheless, it's there, it can be done, but I would have thought when you get to the end of being able to carry everything over into New Game Plus mode, you've probably got the platinum by now already, so what's the point of New Game Plus mode? There's no extra set of trophies for New Game Plus at all, so it's a bit pointless. I always generally think New Game Plus mode is for continuing on to try and get those last few trophies, and it's just not there. So it kind of seems a little bit pointless because I can carry over literally everything going to New Game Plus by platinumed it. So what's the point? Combat wise is absolutely perfect. Like I say, the weaponry, the actual tactics to the game and playing it, where certain bosses are better against certain weapons, or fire-based ones, or ice-based ones, or whatever. And that in general just adds that extra depth of tactical skill for the game. I did just play through on medium. I didn't go for the hardest setting or the easiest setting. I just vanilla stuck at the bog standard normal basically. And yeah, there you go. It generally is a very good game. Now, the main story, the thing is you can't really continue that part of the story on without needing to do those side missions. Well, I think I did about 10 or 12 of the 70 odd side missions to level up a little bit. I went from like level 40 to 46, I think, to manage to continue the game. Now, maybe that might not have happened, maybe that's just my personal experience, but that's what I had to do to be able to continue the game, basically, and it happened around about 75% I would say. Now, the main game, I'd say, takes about 45 to 50 hours to finish as a regular playthrough, a regular gamer, let's say, but the full platinum took a good 150 something, I think my console says. I think my save file says 150 something as well, but generally it's worth it because a lot of the side missions are actually quite enjoyable and it's a fun game generally. Like I say, the combat of the game is spot on, the sound effects, the special effects are really good, and I can't really fault it. I mean, some people might say it's too long, or maybe it gets a bit grindy for some people, I don't know. I have seen some people say it's too long and too grindy in places. Now, I can understand that, but it is a JRPG and they are renowned for being a little bit grindy in places. So maybe that's just a general complaint some people have with all JRPGs, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's good otherwise, and I found it thoroughly enjoying. And it is, I think it's actually one of the best selling Tales games ever made, so it stands to reason I probably enjoy it. But it's a solid 9 out of 10 easily. It's one of the best games I've played this year, and you should definitely pick it up. If you want to know any more, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and goodbye.